friends and fans of personal development teaching series. It's a pleasure to be online with you, and I'm Instructor Faith, your host. It's been a great time, and I want to believe that your week has fared well. Welcome to class this lovely Friday. I want to ask, how are you faring in your nutrition goals? I hope you are putting all that you are learning in this class to use. I said to you that when you gain knowledge and you apply them, then you are considered as a wise person. But if you have knowledge and it's not put to use, then wisdom is actually lacking. And so I want to believe that we are wise and we are putting to use everything that we are learning in this class. Today we are going to continue on nutrition, looking at meal planning, and today we are going to continue in the childhood developmental stage of humans. We have looked at newborn babies. We have looked at meal plans for infants. We are going to look at meal plan for toddlers. Who are toddlers? These are precious little children between ages 1 to 4. Some school of thought says they are within age 1 to 3, but whichever case it is, you must understand that at this stage of the human development, a lot is actually required, because growth and development is at a very rapid stage in this toddling stage of human development. And so nutrition is of key importance, because as the children are growing, they need the required nutrition for a healthy growth, for a well placed development. We don't want to see any breach. We don't want to see that there's any cause of a stunt on their part of development. Then you now see the child suffering what we call a stunted growth. We don't want to see that, especially when we know that the traits in the family are so beautiful. We have a very tall, chubby family traits, good set of dentition, good hair mass, and good skin complexion, and all that. And so you see that you want to see the children, replicate this, because it's in the family line. But little though many people know that nutrition plays a key role to this. And so if you want to make sure that you achieve all these beautiful things that you always envision, then you're going to put your hands on to work to see that through good nutrition you make this a possibility for your child. Now, welcome to class once more. If you are online, please, I would love to have a signal or a feedback to let me know how our sound is faring, to let me know if our technical setup is a success. Okay, yours truly is improving every day, and I'm so grateful for that, because it is by your inputs. Thanks so much for your contributions and all that, for the likes, for the shares, for the comments, the contributions and all. I am so grateful. Now let's look at meal plan for the toddlers. We have said that within the age of 1 to 4 years old, as the case may be. It could be 1 to 3 years old, whatever the age bracket is. Now what is required majorly is that, because these children are very energetic, very active, and they are sporadic in their growth rate, developmental rate, they will need high level of calories, which is interpreted as high level of carbohydrate. So a daily intake within 100 to 1,400 grams of calories is needed for the toddler. Okay, then we have a simple, easy 3-hour, every 3-hour meal schedule for them, because little when they eat, no matter what they eat, although in little portions and servings, in the next 3 hours they are coming back to you again. There's a call for more food. Please oblige them. It's believed that their meal schedule should be within 3 hours. Now let's look at this. For example, we have a breakfast, the wake up breakfast, and then at 7 a.m. conventionally. Then you add 3 hours to eat. That will give you what? 10 a.m. So at 10 a.m. it's expected that you give these children, light snacks, just to still keep the keep them going. Then you add 3 hours to that snacking time, and it will give you what? That will give you about 1 p.m. At 1 p.m. they're supposed to have their lunch set. For those who are into education, you will know what I mean. When it's break time for the toddlers, those in the preschool, to see the very lower nursery, you see that they don't joke with their food, else the whole classroom will be a mess. The noise, the call for water, for food, you won't be able to control it. So you just plan it yourself as a teacher, as a parent. Now add 3 hours to that 1 p.m. That will give you what? 4 p.m. At 4 p.m. you should give them snacks. That's the second serving of snacks now. And then if you keep them going till from 4 p.m. you have somewhere around 7 p.m. That should be the time they should take their dinner, and then no snacking thereafter. Okay, dinner not too heavy, but something that can still keep them. Maybe they want to wake up later to eat, or they want to take it till the next morning. And so you see that we have run a schedule of 3 course meals and 2 snacks. That's for the toddler. All right, let's look at what we should note. Note that this is just a guide. What I just stated now is just a guide. It's not a hard and fast rule. What determines the schedule that your children or your toddler will take is based on the toddler's lifestyle and based on the personal schedule of the child. Some children eat, some don't eat, okay, much. All right, now let's look at the components. These 3 meals and 2 to 3 snacks daily. Let's look at what we will call food portion and food pyramid. Now it is very, very important that you note that the toddlers don't eat like adults. No matter how active and engaging they are, you should give them in little portions, in little servings, as much as they can take. Don't force it on them. Okay, do you know why? Because you want to make sure that they eat and have what? Good digestion. Right now at this stage, you make sure that the foundational meal for the day is cereal, such as the cereals, the corn and all that. Then you give them bread, you give them potatoes, you give them pasta and rice. You serve them at this foundational level, which is at 7 a.m. like I said. Then 3 hours later, you are going to bring in the snack. This time around, the snack is going to be vegetables, salads and fruits. Right? Those are what you should give them as snacks, not all these biscuits. When we say snacks, parents just easily run to biscuits. As we go on, you tend to see what it is that you should avoid when you feed your children. Right? Now at 3 hours again, you're going to serve them their lunch, and this time you're going to include things like milk, yogurt and cheese as part of the serving you will give them for lunch. Then at 3 hours again to eat, which is now by 4 p.m. we're going to give them proteins like meat, fish, eggs, beans, nuts, and it will be in 2 servings. It should not be too heavy. 2 servings. All right. Now you add 3 hours to 4 p.m. That will give you about 7 p.m. when they should take their dinner, and it's going to be very light. And when you are serving in all of these, as you put your meal together, remember basically cereals will be there, which provides energy, carbohydrates, I need to say, it gives you energy. Then you have vegetables and salads in your meal. You have yogurt, milk and cheese. Then you have meat, fish, egg, beans, nuts, whichever protein you choose to use. Not that you mumble everything together. No, that's not what we're saying. Then you're going to be very low on fats. You're going to be very low on fats, and those that have single molecules and are easy to digest and break down. So those are what you should incorporate in their meals, right? For the main course of meal, you should use this pyramid to guide you. Now let's look at some food to meet or to avoid when feeding our toddlers. Now you must understand things like fatty substance, butter, margarine, spreads that you use on snacks like biscuit or pastry work. You have to reduce them. Oils, you have to reduce them for your toddlers. You make sure that you use monosaturated fats, things like olive oil, sun oil, corn oil, and rapeseed seed. Those are the ones you should use, and a very minimal quantity. When you are going to feed your toddlers, you are going to avoid frying foods. Please avoid frying foods. I have had this to my phone in my house. Children always like to fry. Mommy, fry this, mommy. I said no, it's not healthy to fry. Instead, what do? You boil, you steam, you oven bake, or you air fry. That will not require oil, that will not require fats, and that will make your toddler a healthy toddler. Remember, you are checking their weight as well, because we have seen that toddlers can gain weight and become obese. Okay, now another thing you should avoid: spreads like mayonnaise, coleslaw, and salad dressings. Please, they contain oil. You have to minimize them, you have to limit them. Now, this is the Yuletide season. I know these are so much on our menu this end of year and festive season. Please, when it comes to your toddler, you have to reduce it or take it off totally. All right. Now, what else again you should limit or avoid? There are things that are frozen and things that are processed. Frozen, please, it's very disgusting to me when I see people give toddlers ice cream, especially when they are returning from school. I've started noticing it because it's the hot season now. You see the child having a very big pack of ice cream. You're not helping that child. That chilled or frozen stuff is going to affect the teeth. It's going to, give him cold very soon. It's going to affect the respiratory tract and the system. Please, let it be room temperature, no matter how hot it is. Avoid frozen stuff. Ice blocks, ice water is a no-no for toddlers. Okay, then avoid processed food, things like all this so-called juice. Please remove them. Carbonated drinks, in the name of, I don't want the child to be hungry or the child is crying for it. Please, they add no value of nutrition to the toddler. Instead, they increase the sugar level. They give sugar spike in the body, and before you know what's happening, you are already having diabetes in your toddler. Yeah, someone is shocked. Yes, we have diabetes in children now, so we must be very conscious of what we feed our children with. Now, the next thing you are going to limit is limit treat foods. Treat foods. Treat foods, hot dogs, shawarma. The list is endless. You know them even more than me, so let me stop there. You have to limit them, because most times the MSG in content in all these things are too high. The salts are too high. So many chemicals in the name of spicing. There's so much that this children's body cannot break down. So please put them aside. Then drinks that are high in fats, things that are high in sugar, things that are high in salt is a no-no for the toddler, so that you don't start having high blood pressure in your child. Okay, take them away. Now, coming to the things that are sugary, things like sweets, candies, ice cream, chocolates and all that, is a no-no. Limit them, because of their teeth. It causes harm to the teeth. And another, detriment you suffer when feeding your children with stuff like this is that it gives them feelings of fullness that actually make them to detest eating the actual nutritious meal. And so they lose appetite for food, and in the long run, they are not having the right nutrients that they need for healthy growth and development. So I know you don't want that. So let's be very, very conscious, and let's take note of this. Another reason why you are going to put away the high level of sugary content is because of weight gain. You don't want to see your child obese. I've seen some very weighty, and the parents are celebrating, oh, my child is healthy. Listen to me, that your child is full when the child sits, it takes the whole space, does not mean that child is healthy. You are overstressing the heart of that child. You are overstressing all the internal organs. Very soon your child will be breathing heavily. Before you know what's happening, there's a strain on the kidney and the liver. Please let us control the weight of our children based on nutritious meal plan that we provide for them. That is what I want to leave you with this lovely Friday. And I believe that by the time we are coming next again, we'll be looking at make plan for the next stage of human development, and I want you to, stay tuned. You can drop your questions, you can make contributions, you can like, you can share to bless others, and most importantly, you can follow my profile for more lessons. Till we come again next time to class, I am Instructor Faith. Remember, God loves you and believes in you. I love you. I believe in you, and I want you to love yourself and believe in yourself. The top shall always be your portion. Stay blessed. Bye.